Said Glenn. Now in studio with us because I'm really excited. We always are so happy to have Britta Hawkins from Telfer, Faraday, Anderson and Hawkins law firm up in Titusville. Hi, welcome back to American Warrior Radio.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a while.
Yes, I know.
Now we're having you back here. It's a beautiful Saturday, but something's happening real soon. Tell us about Space Coast Community Law School.
Well, the Space Coast Community Law School has crept up on us, and it's now on Thursday, this coming Thursday. We are starting up our classes. Now, we're doing things a little bit different this year. So generally, we hold the seminars, the free legal seminars that are...
What was that magic word again?
The free.
That's right, free.
Free.
The free legal seminars are being held in Vieira and in Titusville.
That's a change.
Yes, we have held them in Vieira for the last 5 years, solid 5 years, and now we're starting our 6th year, and we're branching out and reaching out to the northern part of our county.
Britta, that's phenomenal. So this is the 6th year now, and you've been involved with this from the start. Am I right?
Yep, I'm the founder.
Well, congratulations. I mean, that shows success right there. And the fact that this is good information that basically every citizen should apprise them of. And we're talking about the issues and the number of seminars that you're offering. But this is the 6th year. What kind of response have you gotten from the legal community about this?
One thing that I can tell you is I have no problems finding speakers. And I am quite careful with who I choose, and usually I make a phone call and the attorney I'm calling will accept the taking of the seminar. Now the speakers all have to submit a outline to me, which I then make copies of, and each participant gets a copy of the outline, so they have something to refer back to when they go home and they think about the seminar or maybe come upon an issue, and then they can go back to what they have learned at the seminars.
And you mentioned that you provide them an outline. When they come, let's say it's a first-time attendee to SCCLS, that's the website, right?
Yes,
SCCLS.com, SpaceCoastCommunityLawSchool.com. They're a first-time attendee. What do they get when they walk through the door?
Well, the first-time attendees get a ring binder with a schedule with the nights or the topic of the night, and then also a pen and paper so they can take notes. So all they need to do is show up, and we will provide them with everything they need. And the seminars are held from 6 to 8 in the evening, and they will start September 4th. Now, there is one other change, and I know the Vieira participants may not be too happy about that. I am sorry. But we are holding, since this is quite taxing on myself, Kristen Smith Rodriguez, who is another attorney in our firm, family law attorney. She's helping me, and my assistant, Elizabeth Kling. This is very time involving, and so the three of us have decided we're going to shrink the Vieira classes down to 6 of this year, so September 4th through October 9th, and then add 3 seminars in Titusville on a Wednesday, Wednesdays.
Glenn, that's awesome for the guys and gals that live closer to North County.
Yeah, and I know especially older folks like me don't like to drive at night, so that's really awesome for them, and I think that's a great move.
Yeah, we have had several people from Titusville actually travel down to our Vieira seminars, and sometimes have time, come in late because it is some travel distance, and so we're trying it out and see what the community does. If we have enough participants, then we will continue in Titusville. We may expand in Titusville. We may expand Vieira again to 8 seminars like we've had in the past. We're just trying to see how it works.
Okay, and you mentioned the Titusville seminars are going to be on a Wednesday, not a Thursday, right?
Correct. Yes, it's the same people. We can only be in one place at a time.
Exactly. So, and we'll get to the topics here in a minute because they vary widely, but they're always interesting. And for all you folks out there in American Warrior Radio Land and others that are listening to the fine programming on AM 1300 WMEL every day, if you have not gone to one of these free legal seminars, you're really missing the boat. Because Glenn, when we're out and about and we do a lot of events together, we hear all kinds of folks asking us legal questions, particularly about VA issues.
Right.
But when you think about it, pretty much the topics we're going to discuss, and I'll let you start down that road, they concern basically every citizen.
Well, exactly, and you know, here's an opportunity, just like listening to us gives you the opportunity to get the right information about VA benefits and how to file a claim and hopefully be successful. Here's an opportunity to get from experts information about the law that can affect you at some time during your life, and you won't be getting information off of watching Law and Order on TV or something like that.
But you attorneys must laugh at some of the stuff you see on TV.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
It is that, but it's not always correct. With that, well, let me ask you, Britta, the first one's just right around the corner on the 4th of September.
Yep, later this week.
In the courthouse out in Viera. What's that going to be about?
Well, we have two sets of laws, federalism here in the United States. So there's state laws and federal laws and how they interact, and we ought to be aware of how they interact, because sometimes state legislatures or the federal, they may each one overreach. And we ought to, as the citizens, know when there is an overreach and how they work together, how one enables the other to create laws and vice versa. So this is a very important topic. We talked about that probably a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and that's I think that should be well attended, because there's some things actually going on in society today that those are players between the interaction between state and federal constitution.
Good point, Glenn.
Absolutely.
So who's the
Absolutely.
gentleman that's giving this seminar? Who's this? What's a general magistrate?
That functions as almost like a judge. He makes a recommendation to the judge. So he hears the case, makes a recommendation, and then the judge can base his order on the general magistrate's recommendation.
And in this case, it's General Magistrate Kurt Erlenbach.
Yes.
And he's a good guy?
He's excellent. He's excellent.
Outstanding.
He's been in that position for quite some time. He was a local lawyer before, so he's excellent.
Outstanding. And folks, we have with us on American Warrior Radio, Britta Hawkins from Space Coast Community Law School. This is her 6th year now, and phenomenal success, and we'll talk about that in a moment. We're running out of time in this segment of American Warrior Radio, but don't worry, people. You have just enough time during the break to go refresh your drink, whether it's a hot cup of coffee. I can't imagine having a hot cup of coffee today.
No, I
It's
can't
hot.
imagine that either.
So go get some more ice cubes in your iced tea and come right back to American Warrior Radio, right here on the big AM 1300 WMEL, the Talk to Me station. Honestly, folks, don't go anywhere. We're bringing you more good information. And what's it cost again?
It's free.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this brief pause.